Hello. In this video, I'll be demonstrating the document compare function in VisibleThread for docs. This will allow you to quickly identify any changes that may exist between two different versions of a document. Now, you can use this feature to compare any two versions of a document, a contract, a proposal, or in the use case I'll be showing you today, comparing a draft RFP to a final RFP. Now, in this folder in my VisibleThread environment, you can see I have a draft RFP and a final version of the same RFP. So if I click on the folder, I'm now on the Summary tab. I can click this button here to compare docs, show changes. After I click that, we get a pop-up here which will allow us to select which documents we want to compare. In this case, we want to start with our first version, which is our draft, and compare it to our second version, which is our final. So we'll click those two and hit the Compare button. Just a few clicks to generate an Excel report that is going to show you all the changes that may exist between these two RFPs. Now, you can do something similar to this in Microsoft Word by using the word compare function, but the value of this report that you're seeing here is that unlike Microsoft Word compare, this is very strong on the reporting side, whereas Word is not. You're often stuck using a manual process to track those changes or to get them in some sort of report. With this feature, we've done all the reporting for you and it's all in one place, so we've automated that manual process. Now, just to outline what you're seeing here in this report, in column B, we have the full text of our draft RFP. In column E, we have the full text of our final RFP. And then in column C, we have the type of change that has been made. So whether a section has been added, as you can see here, modified, deleted, or if it's identical. So right off the top, we can see that they've added a table of contents to the final version, which is not really a material change for us in this case. We want to find things that are going to cause us to need to revise our proposal accordingly to make sure that it lines up with the final version of the RFP. So as we scroll down here, you can see that the text is directly reproduced from each document side by side in chronological order. Where we find a change, that text will be in red, and the type of change will be indicated here, again in column C. So a section that has been deleted, such as here in row 16, will show up as deleted, and we can see that there is a blank space in the final version column. If it's been modified, that will be marked in red as well, and if it's identical, any identical text will be blue. So simple visual scheme to track changes. Now let's try to identify some material changes that have occurred between our draft and our final version. If we scroll down here to row 60, we can see that they have added some changes here regarding pricing guarantees. So that may be important. We may want to go back and look at our proposal and revise it accordingly to make sure that we have accounted for this change that is present in our final version, that was not in our draft. If we scroll down a little further here, we can actually see a section that has been added to the final version that's completely new, did not exist at all in our draft RFP. So this is also probably something that we'll need to go back and at least assess to determine whether we need to add this into our proposal or revise it so that we're aligned and compliant with the newest version of the RFP. Now, since this is in Excel, it's very easy to start customizing this report, tracking your changes and making notes. So we can make a column for priority, and we can make a column for author, so we can start tracking changes and assigning fixes and everything like that. So if we go down to our row 60, where we had that changing in pricing guarantee, let's mark this as a high priority change, and we'll say that Drew needs to fix this in the proposal. Similarly, if we go to our added section here in row 69, we'll also call this a high priority change because it's something we want to pay attention to, and Drew will also be in charge of fixing this in our proposal. In conclusion, VisibleThread's document compare feature automates the previously manual process of reporting changes or revisions that exist between two versions of a document. This will increase efficiency while also helping to improve compliance, and you may see up to a 75% increase in speed when comparing documents. Thank you very much for watching.